Hello, welcome to Amanda's Whimsical Musings. I'm Amanda, and these are my whimsical musings. I had planned to kick off this channel with something light and playful, but today's musing has much more weight because I can't ignore what's happening with Jimmy Kimmel. Imagine, if you will, a playground. A dumpy, oversized schoolyard bully set back 2 grades, now the biggest kid in his class, faces off against a smaller yet smarter kid whose greatest weakness is wearing his heart on his sleeve and trusting that the playground monitors have his back. Fewer and fewer kids are willing to stand up and speak out against this bully, but our hero does, even though he has seen some of his closest friends fall under the weight of this tyrant. But Jimmy refuses to back down. Donald is furious that Jimmy continues to point out his flaws and how his rule of the schoolyard is laughable at best. But day after day, Jimmy continues to confront Donald, knowing that it's his right to speak truth to power, even stupid power. But one day, the horrific happens. The very schoolyard monitors who were hired to keep peace and allow the freedoms of all students to play unobstructed in the schoolyard fall under the influence of Donald. And in one swift blow, Donald hits Jimmy squarely in the mouth, silencing him. The schoolyard monitors do nothing except make excuses that Jimmy never should have spoken truth to Donald in the first place. And it's really his own fault for ending up on the ground. Dear listeners, I wish I could say this was all the bully's fault, but Donald Trump couldn't do what he does without a schoolyard full of followers willing to trash the school and its rules to reshape it into their own pimple-faced, selfish image. When I heard that Jimmy's show had been suspended due to a complaint by the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, a Trump appointee, by the way, my first thought was, where are all those corporate lawyers that Disney and ABC have on their substantial payrolls? Because Jimmy said nothing that was not covered by the First Amendment and was simply a bit too close to the truth for maggots' comfort. Yes, you heard me right. I said maggot. A soft-bodied legless larva or other insect found in decaying matter. I think it's appropriate. But I digress. This is not about Jimmy Kimmel as much as I adore him, or even Donald Trump, whom I dislike greatly. It's about the throngs of people willing to go along with the whims of a bully and a tyrant. Donald Trump wouldn't be getting away with his unlawful, awful plans and dreams if it weren't for the spineless, money-loving corporate lackeys like those at Disney and ABC who didn't lift a finger to defend Jimmy. Or the thousands of people in the federal government or the military who conveniently look the other way when Trump orders illegal seizures of people or cities. Or the multitudes still watching Fox News who conveniently will say, like many Germans at the end of World War II when asked about the concentration camps, honest, we didn't know what was going on. Just something to think about. And Jimmy, if by some wacky sequence of events you're watching this, all I can say is give 'em hell. Those are my thoughts for today. Whimsy will come, but today I had to speak my piece about yet another attack on our freedom to speak truth in the face of bullying and lies. I'm Amanda. These are my whimsical musings. Back to your regularly scheduled life. Thanks for watching. Whimsy out.